Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. How valuable is your time? Think about it. When you break it down, there's not a single minute that isn't priceless. Time is the one thing we can never get back. We all get the same 24 hours each day, no more, no less. What you choose to do with those hours defines everything about your life. But here's the catch: if you're busy worrying about everyone else's life, caught up in someone else's drama, or distracted by things that don't matter, you're robbing yourself. You're stealing from your own potential. That time, it's limited. Spend it wisely. When we talk about investing in growth, don't get it twisted. It's not just about getting a better job, earning more money, or picking up a new skill, though those are part of the equation. True growth is a mindset. It's a commitment to becoming the best version of yourself, step by step, day by day. And here's the beauty of it: this journey is uniquely yours. Nobody else can walk it for you. It's about prioritizing yourself, not in a selfish way, but in a way that allows you to give the world the very best of who you are. Step 1. Know thyself. The first step in this journey is self-awareness. You've got to understand where you are before you can figure out where you're going. Think about this: too many people rush into change. They set these massive goals: I'm going to lose 50 pounds, I'm going to launch $1 million business, or I'm going to be fluent in French in 6 months, without ever pausing to ask themselves, where am I starting from? And what happens? They hit a wall. They get frustrated. They lose steam. Why? Because they skipped the foundation, knowing themselves. Self-awareness is power. Take a good, honest look in the mirror. Ask yourself, what are my strengths? Where do I need to grow? What am I truly passionate about? What motivates me? You can't fake your way through this part. Be real with yourself. The clearer your understanding of where you're starting, the more confident and prepared you'll be to tackle what's ahead. When you know your foundation, you'll know what to build on, and more importantly, what to leave behind. Step 2. Set clear goals. Once you've got that foundation of self-awareness, the next step is to set goals, but not just any goals. They've got to be clear, specific, realistic. Too many people say, I want to be better, or I want to be successful. That's not a goal, it's a wish. And wishes don't pay the bills. If you want to get stronger, don't just say, I'll work out more. Say, I'm going to hit the gym 3 times a week. If you want to learn a new skill, don't vaguely promise yourself, I'll start learning eventually. Commit, I'm going to practice 30 minutes a day, every day. Here's the thing: small, actionable steps build momentum. Each time you achieve one, no matter how minor it seems, it boosts your confidence. It reminds you that you're capable. And that confidence, that's what keeps you going when the going gets tough. Step 3. Cut out the noise. Growth isn't just about adding things to your life, it's about taking things away. Imagine you're tending a garden. If you want your flowers to thrive, what do? You pull the weeds. You get rid of the stuff that's stealing sunlight and nutrients from the things you actually care about. In life, the weeds are distractions, toxic influences, unnecessary commitments. And let's be honest, they sneak up on you. Suddenly, your schedule is full, your energy is drained, and your mind is cluttered. Take a hard look at your life. What's eating up your time? Who's draining your energy? If it doesn't serve your growth, it might be time to let it go. This doesn't mean you stop caring about people or responsibilities, but it does mean being intentional about where you invest your energy. Protect your time like it's gold, because it is. Step 4. Stay curious. Growth thrives on curiosity. The world is overflowing with knowledge, experiences, and opportunities, if you're willing to seek them out. Here's the challenge: every single day, commit to learning something new. It doesn't have to be earth-shattering. Maybe it's a fact from a book, a skill from a tutorial, or a story from someone you meet. Read books that stretch your mind. Listen to podcasts that make you think differently. Watch documentaries that introduce you to new ideas. When you approach life with curiosity, you'll find growth in the most unexpected places. And the best part? Curiosity keeps you humble. It reminds you that no matter how much you know, there's always more to learn. Step 5. Discipline is everything. Here's where the rubber meets the road. Growth isn't a one-time decision. It's a series of choices, made over and over again, every single day. And let me tell you something, there will be days when you don't feel like it. Days when you're tired, frustrated, or tempted to quit. That's when discipline steps in. Discipline is what separates the dreamers from the doers. It's the commitment to keep going, even when it's hard. Even when nobody's watching. Even when there's no immediate reward. Think of it like this: discipline is a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it gets. Stick to your routine. Put in the extra effort. Stay positive, even when the odds are stacked against you. That consistency builds resilience, and resilience is the key to long-term success. Step 6. Be patient. Here's the part nobody likes to hear: growth takes time. Real, meaningful growth isn't something you achieve overnight. It's a marathon, not a sprint. There will be setbacks. There will be moments when progress feels slow or non-existent. That's okay. Patience isn't about sitting back and waiting for things to happen. It's about trusting the process. It's about showing up, day after day, knowing that the seeds you're planting will eventually bear fruit. Stay the course. Celebrate the small wins. And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. Your growth is your legacy. At the end of the day, this journey is about more than just you. When you invest in your growth, you're not just changing your life, you're impacting everyone around you. You're setting an example. You're showing what's possible when you commit to becoming your best self. So, take that first step. Be bold. Be disciplined. Be curious. And most importantly, be patient. Your time is your most valuable asset. Use it wisely. Invest in yourself. Because when you grow, you give the world the best version of you, and that's a gift that can change everything. The time is now. Let's get to work. There will be moments when you feel like you're not making progress. Days when it feels like everything you're working toward is slipping through your fingers, and the weight of setbacks makes you want to throw in the towel. But let me tell you something right now: those who succeed are the ones who understand that growth is a process, not a moment. They don't quit when things get tough. They know that every single step, no matter how small, is moving them forward. Patience, trusting the bigger picture. Patience isn't just waiting around hoping things will get better. It's an active trust in the work you're putting in today. It's staying focused on the bigger picture even when you're not seeing immediate results. Think about this: every tree starts as a seed. For a long time, it's just roots and dirt, nothing visible, no progress to show. But underground, the foundation is being laid. That's what growth looks like. You're building something strong enough to last. When you're patient, you begin to find purpose in the journey itself. You stop obsessing over the destination, over what you want to achieve or who you want to become, and start appreciating the process. Every challenge you face, every lesson you learn, every tiny win, it's all part of the story you're writing. True growth happens when you embrace the journey. The power of purpose in the process. Here's the thing: growth isn't about reaching a specific place. It's about developing the mindset and habits that allow you to keep evolving throughout your life. The kind of person who's truly growing isn't fixated on a finish line. They're committed to improvement. They find joy in the process, in learning, adapting, overcoming. They refuse to settle for less than what they're capable of, not because of the prize at the end, but because they know they're worth the effort. When you invest in growth, you're making a commitment to yourself. It's a promise that you'll keep pushing forward, no matter what obstacles life throws in your way. It's about building a foundation so strong that it can carry you through the hardest moments. And that foundation? It gives you confidence. Purpose. A sense of direction. Remember this: you are your greatest investment. There's no limit to what you can achieve, and you make the decision to grow a little more every single day. Guarding your time, your most valuable resource. Time. It's your most valuable resource. Unlike money, fame, or possessions, time is non-renewable. Once it's gone for good. Every hour, every minute, every second, it all counts. And yet, too often we give it away carelessly. We spend it on people who don't respect us, on situations that don't serve us, leaving our goals and growth to collect dust on the sidelines. Guarding your time isn't about being selfish. It's about being purposeful. It's about understanding that every second of your life is shaping who you are, what you accomplish, and the legacy you leave behind. If you're serious about growth, you have to protect your time like it's gold, because it is. Clarity on what matters most. The first step to guarding your time is knowing what truly matters to you. Without clarity on your values and priorities, it's easy to get swept up in everyone else's agendas, demands, and expectations. So, reflect. Take a moment to ask yourself: what are the most important things in my life? What do I value above all else? What's worth my time and energy? For some, it's personal growth. For others, it's health, relationships, career goals, or creative passions. Whatever it is, get crystal clear. When you know what matters, it's easier to spot the activities, or people, that waste your time or pull you off course. The power of saying no. Let's talk about something most people struggle with, saying no. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your goals, you're saying no to something that does. Think of time as a limited space. If you're filling it with things that don't serve your growth, there won't be room left for what truly matters. Saying no isn't selfish, it's necessary. It's an act of self-respect. It's about honoring your priorities and preserving your energy for the things that align with your purpose. Sure, it's uncomfortable at first. Nobody likes feeling like they've disappointed someone. But remember, you can't please everyone, and you weren't meant to. Every no is a yes to something more important. Creating boundaries, protecting your energy. Guarding your time also means setting boundaries. Let me say this loud and clear, boundaries are not about pushing people away. They're about protecting your peace. They're about creating limits for people and situations that drain you, so you can focus on what fuels you. This might mean saying no to coworkers who pull you into unnecessary drama. It might mean limiting your time with friends who always seem to need a favor. It could even mean redefining how you interact with family members who unintentionally consume your time. Boundaries don't mean you care any less. They mean you care enough about yourself to protect your mental space and your time. When you establish boundaries, you send a message: my time is valuable, and I won't let it be taken for granted. And guess what? The people who truly respect you will honor those boundaries. The ones who don't, well, they'll weed themselves out. Cutting out what doesn't serve you. Another key to guarding your time is cutting out what doesn't serve your growth. That might mean letting go of bad habits, breaking ties with toxic relationships, or eliminating distractions that eat up your focus. This isn't easy, it takes courage. But growth demands it. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with rocks. Each rock represents a distraction, a toxic influence, or a wasted opportunity. Now imagine how much faster, how much lighter you'd feel, if you dropped that weight. That's what happens when you cut out the things that no longer serve you. You free yourself to move forward. The bottom line. At the end of the day, growth is a choice. It's not about perfection. It's not about reaching a point where everything is easy and nothing ever goes wrong. It's about showing up for yourself every single day, even when it's hard. It's about guarding your time, staying patient, and trusting the process. So, here's the truth: you are your greatest investment. Your time is your currency, and every moment you spend is shaping the person you're becoming. Don't waste it. Don't give it away carelessly. Invest it in your growth. Invest it in your future. And remember, the journey is just as important as the destination. You've got this. Keep moving forward. One step at a time. Every day. No matter what. Distractions in today's world. In our fast-paced, hyper-connected world, distractions are everywhere. From the constant buzz of notifications to the endless scroll of social media feeds, these distractions might seem harmless, small inconveniences in the moment. But here's the hard truth: they add up. Each interruption pulls you away from your goals, draining precious hours that could have been spent on meaningful activities, personal growth, or building your dreams. To guard your time, you have to identify and confront your biggest distractions. It might be the allure of checking your phone just one more time, losing yourself in TikTok or Instagram, or letting unimportant tasks steal your focus. Start by taking back control. Turn off unnecessary notifications. Limit your social media use by setting clear boundaries or using apps that help you track and restrict your time. Create designated windows for engaging in non-essential activities instead of letting them bleed into your entire day. Guarding your time is about making a conscious effort to minimize anything that doesn't contribute to your growth, peace, or happiness. It's not about perfection, it's about intention. Time management, a skill that changes everything. Being truly effective with your time isn't about cramming every second of your day with tasks. It's about focusing on quality over quantity. The secret to managing your time wisely lies in breaking down your goals into actionable steps and dedicating time to tackle them daily. Create a schedule that aligns with your priorities, and then commit to sticking with it. Think of time management as a muscle. The more you work on it, the stronger and more effective you become. Start with small habits, like setting a consistent morning routine or planning your day the night before. Gradually build on those habits, incorporating tools like to-do lists or time-blocking techniques. Over time, you'll find yourself feeling more productive, less stressed, and more in control of your life. The power of reflection. To get better at managing your time, you have to regularly evaluate how you're using it. At the end of each day, or at least every week, ask yourself, where did my time go today? Were there moments when I allowed distractions to creep in? Did I spend time on things that aligned with my goals, or was I pulled away by activities that didn't matter? Reflection is a powerful tool. It gives you clarity about what's working and what isn't, allowing you to fine-tune your approach to time management. Each adjustment brings you closer to eliminating small, time-wasting habits and replacing them with intentional, purposeful activities. This level of awareness empowers you to make better choices in the future, maximizing the value of your time. Letting go of what doesn't serve you. Guarding your time also means letting go of people and situations that don't respect it. Not everyone will understand your priorities, and some may even push back against the boundaries you set. If someone consistently disregards your time, or if they make you feel guilty for prioritizing yourself, it might be time to reconsider their role in your life. Surround yourself with people who uplift you. The ones who respect your goals, who celebrate your growth, and who encourage you to stay focused. These are the people who will inspire you to keep pushing forward, not hold you back with unnecessary demands on your time. Letting go doesn't mean cutting everyone off or being overly rigid. It's about recognizing that your time is finite and precious. When you start respecting your own time, others will too. The hidden costs of negativity. Negativity is one of the most insidious time wasters in life. Whether it comes from people, situations, or even your own thoughts, negativity has a way of draining your energy, undermining your confidence, and holding you back from reaching your full potential. Think of negativity like weeds in a garden. If left unchecked, it spreads, choking out the positive growth you've worked so hard to cultivate. Cutting out negativity isn't easy, it takes effort and courage. But it's essential if you want to protect your mental well-being and preserve your energy for the things that truly matter. Identifying the sources of negativity. The first step in removing negativity is identifying its sources. Take a close look at the people, activities, and environments in your life. Be honest about what drains your energy. Sometimes, negativity comes from the people closest to us, friends or family members who complain endlessly, criticize without offering solutions, or bring unnecessary drama into our lives. These people might not even realize the harm they're causing, and their intentions might not be malicious. But their impact on your mental and emotional well-being can't be ignored. Other sources of negativity might be activities you engage in out of habit, like doom-scrolling through bad news, participating in gossip, or allowing yourself to dwell on failures. These patterns may feel small, but over time, they chip away at your peace and productivity. How to remove negativity. Once you've identified the sources of negativity, it's time to take action. Set boundaries, communicate your limits clearly and firmly. Let people know what behavior is acceptable and what isn't. Protect your energy by avoiding situations or conversations that consistently drag you down. Reduce exposure. If certain people or environments are toxic, consider limiting your time with them. You don't have to cut people out completely unless necessary, but you can choose to interact on your terms. Shift your focus, replace negative patterns with positive ones. Instead of focusing on problems, look for solutions. Instead of engaging in gossip, invest your energy in meaningful conversations. Instead of criticizing yourself, practice self-compassion. Choosing a growth-focused environment. Cutting out negativity isn't just about what you eliminate, it's also about what you replace it with. By removing toxic influences, you create space for positivity, growth, and self-respect to thrive. Surround yourself with people who inspire you, environments that energize you, and habits that align with your goals. Every time you remove a source of negativity, you take back control of your life. You reclaim your energy, your focus, and your power. And in doing so, you create a foundation for lasting growth. Guarding your time, a daily commitment. At its core, guarding your time is about honoring yourself, your goals, your priorities, and your vision for the future. It's not about cutting yourself off from the world or being overly rigid. It's about being intentional with every moment you're given. When you guard your time, you choose growth over stagnation, purpose over mindlessness, and self-respect over obligation. You take control of your life, refusing to let distractions, negativity, or other people's expectations dictate your path. Your time is a gift. Use it wisely. Every moment spent with intention brings you closer to your dreams, your goals, and your ideal life. Remember, growth is a journey, and the time you invest in yourself today will shape the legacy you leave tomorrow. Guard it fiercely. Respect it always. And watch how your life transforms. Negativity, identifying, managing, and overcoming. Negativity can seep into your life from countless sources: a toxic work environment, a circle of friends that pressures you into habits that clash with your values, or even your own thoughts. And while external negativity is challenging, the hardest negativity to combat is the one that comes from within. Negative self-talk and self-doubt can quietly sabotage your progress, often without you even realizing it. These internal barriers can be just as destructive, if not more so, because they strike at the core of your self-belief. Setting boundaries with people who bring negativity. Once you've identified the sources of negativity in your life, it's time to take action. Start by setting boundaries with people who consistently bring negativity into your space. Boundaries don't mean completely cutting people out of your life, although, in some cases, that may be necessary. Instead, they serve as a protective buffer, allowing you to guard your peace while still maintaining relationships when possible. For example, if you have a friend who always calls to vent or complain, it's perfectly okay to gently let them know you're focusing on positivity and would prefer to talk about uplifting or neutral topics. By doing so, you're teaching others how to treat you and what you're willing to accept. These conversations might feel uncomfortable at first, but they're a vital step toward creating an environment that supports your well-being. Dealing with a toxic work environment. Handling negativity in a toxic work environment requires a different approach. In some cases, you may be able to address the negativity by having honest conversations with colleagues or managers, focusing on solutions rather than problems. For instance, if a particular coworker's behavior affects your productivity, addressing the issue professionally could lead to a resolution. If direct action isn't possible, or if the environment is too toxic to bear, you'll need to find ways to mentally detach. Focus on aspects of your job that bring satisfaction, no matter how small. Create routines throughout your workday that boost your mood, like taking short walks, listening to calming music during breaks, or practicing mindfulness before meetings. However, if the toxicity becomes overwhelming and affects your mental health, it may be time to consider moving on. Your peace of mind and overall well-being are worth far more than any job or paycheck. Conquering internal negativity. Internal negativity, such as self-doubt and negative self-talk, often feels like a natural part of who we are, but it doesn't have to be. These thoughts can be incredibly harmful, eroding your confidence and keeping you from achieving your goals. The key to overcoming them is awareness. When you notice negative thoughts creeping in, like, "I'm not good enough" or "I'll never succeed," challenge them. Ask yourself, is this thought based on fact, or is it just fear speaking? Replace those thoughts with something constructive, such as, "I'm capable and improving every day," or "I may not be there yet, but I'm on my way." This isn't about ignoring reality or glossing over weaknesses. It's about redirecting your focus toward growth and possibility rather than getting stuck in a loop of self-criticism. Over time, with practice, you can train your mind to be your greatest ally rather than your harshest critic. Letting go of grudges and resentments. Holding on to grudges or past hurts may feel like a form of power, but in reality, it ties you to the very things you're trying to move past. Forgiveness, whether it's forgiving others or forgiving yourself, isn't about excusing what happened. It's about choosing to release the emotional weight that holds you back. When you forgive, you're not saying, "What you did was okay." You're saying, "I won't let this define me any longer." Letting go of anger, resentment, and regret frees you to focus on the present and create a future that aligns with who you want to be. It's an act of self-respect and self-care that empowers you to reclaim control over your emotions. Cultivating positivity, a daily practice. Cutting out negativity is only part of the equation. To truly thrive, you need to replace it with positive habits and uplifting influences. Surround yourself with people who inspire and support you, listen to music that energizes you, and engage in activities that bring you joy. One powerful habit to counteract negativity is practicing gratitude. Each day, take a moment to recognize 3 things you're grateful for. Even on tough days, there's always something, whether it's a supportive friend, a small accomplishment, or simply a quiet moment of peace. Gratitude shifts your focus away from what's wrong and helps you appreciate what's right. Other habits that cultivate positivity include mindfulness practices, such as meditation or journaling, to help center your thoughts. Physical activity, which boosts your mood and energy. Acts of kindness, which not only benefit others but also lift your own spirits. The more positivity you bring into your life, the less room there is for negativity to take hold. Life's challenges and your response. Negativity isn't something you eliminate once and for all, it's a constant force in life. Difficult people, unexpected challenges, and setbacks will always exist. But what you can control is how you respond to them. By consciously choosing positivity, setting boundaries, and protecting your peace, you develop resilience. This mindset allows you to face problems with a clear head and a strong heart. Every time you choose to cut out negativity, you're making room for something better. You're creating a life that supports your well-being, your goals, and your happiness. It's a choice to live with intention, to respect yourself, and to refuse to let negativity dictate your path. The role of discipline in overcoming negativity. Here's the truth: building a life free from negativity requires discipline. It's not easy to say no to people who demand your time and energy. It's not easy to catch yourself in a spiral of self-doubt and redirect your thoughts. And it's not easy to break free from environments that feel comfortable but are ultimately unhealthy. Discipline is what makes it possible. It's the invisible force that keeps you focused on long-term rewards over short-term comforts. Discipline helps you show up for yourself, even on the days when you don't feel like it. It pushes you to be consistent, to stick to the boundaries you've set, and to prioritize your growth and peace above all else. Motivation might get you started, but it's fleeting. Discipline is what keeps you moving forward. The strength to build the life you deserve. By cutting out negativity and committing to positivity, you create a solid foundation for growth. This isn't about living in denial or pretending life is perfect, it's about cultivating the strength and focus to handle whatever comes your way. The world may not always change, but you can. By protecting your peace, setting boundaries, and staying disciplined, you build an inner environment that no outside negativity can shake. And that's the kind of strength that fuels true growth, giving you the energy and clarity to pursue the life you deserve. This is your time. Take it. Own it. Build it. Discipline, the foundation of consistency and success. Discipline is the bridge between where you are now and where you want to be. It's what keeps you moving forward long after the excitement fades, after motivation disappears, and after the initial rush of starting something new wears off. Discipline is about building a structure, creating routines, and committing to a process that becomes second nature. It ensures that you stay productive, focused, and accountable, no matter how you feel on a given day. When discipline becomes a habit, you're no longer at the mercy of fleeting feelings or external circumstances. Instead, you've built a system, a rhythm, that keeps you on track. This is where progress is born, in the steady, consistent effort that compounds over time. Set specific, actionable goals. The first step to building discipline is clarity. Vague aspirations like, "I want to be successful," or "I want to be healthier," won't sustain you when the going gets tough. Success doesn't happen by accident, it's the result of clearly defined goals that give your actions purpose. Start by getting specific. What does success look like for you? What tangible outcomes are you working toward? Break that vision down into smaller, actionable steps. For instance, if your goal is better health, commit to exercising 3 times a week or eating home-cooked meals 5 days a week. If your goal is to write a book, set a target to complete 1 chapter per month. If you want financial stability, decide on a specific amount to save each month. When your goals are clear, they give your discipline direction. You know exactly what you're working toward, and that clarity becomes your anchor when distractions or doubts try to pull you off course. Routines, the backbone of discipline. Routines are one of the most powerful tools for building discipline. They create order and predictability in your life, making it easier to stay consistent. When something becomes part of your daily or weekly routine, you no longer have to rely solely on willpower to follow through, it becomes a habit. For example, if you want to exercise regularly, make it part of your morning routine. If you prioritize writing, dedicate the same hour every evening to your craft. By embedding these actions into your routine, they become as natural as brushing your teeth or getting dressed. Over time, routines evolve into habits, and habits are the foundation of a disciplined life. Start small to build momentum. One of the biggest mistakes people make when trying to build discipline is setting goals that are too ambitious or trying to overhaul their lives all at once. This approach often leads to burnout and discouragement. Instead, focus on small, achievable goals that allow you to build momentum. Start with one habit, just one. Once it feels manageable and natural, add another. These small wins reinforce your confidence and build a foundation of self-discipline that you can continue to expand. Gradually, your life transforms in a way that's sustainable, not overwhelming. Accountability, stay honest with yourself. Accountability is a critical component of discipline. It forces you to stay honest and take responsibility for your actions. There are many ways to hold yourself accountable. Track your progress, keep a journal, a planner, or a digital tracker where you log your efforts daily or weekly. Find a partner, share your goals with someone who will check in on your progress and encourage you to stay on track. Reflect regularly. At the end of each week, assess what worked, what didn't, and how you can improve. Accountability removes the temptation to make excuses. It's harder to justify skipping a workout, procrastinating on a project, or deviating from your plan when you've committed to tracking your actions or reporting to someone else. It's a motivator that keeps you aligned with your goals, even on the hard days. Time management, the discipline multiplier. Without effective time management, discipline can easily falter. Time is your most valuable resource, and managing it wisely is crucial for maintaining focus and consistency. Begin by prioritizing your day. Identify the tasks that will bring you closest to your goals, and tackle those first. Create a daily plan that reflects your priorities. Whether it's a simple to-do list or a detailed schedule, make sure it aligns with your larger objectives. When you allocate your time intentionally, you're taking control of your day instead of letting distractions or procrastination dictate your actions. With disciplined time management, you'll start to see steady progress, and that progress will fuel your motivation to keep going. Embrace setbacks as part of the process. Discipline doesn't mean perfection. There will be days when life gets in the way, when you falter, or when you simply don't feel like sticking to your routine. What separates those who succeed from those who don't is resilience, the ability to get back on track after a setback. When you stumble, remind yourself why you started. Reflect on your goals and the bigger picture. Then, pick up where you left off. Every time you choose to return to your routine, you're strengthening your discipline and proving to yourself that you're capable of pushing through obstacles. Patience and persistence, the keys to discipline. Discipline is a skill that develops over time, not overnight. It requires both patience and persistence. The process might feel slow at times, and there will be moments when progress seems invisible. But trust that every small step is moving you closer to your goal. Discipline is a long game. It's about consistently showing up, day after day, week after week, because you believe in the outcome you're working toward. It's the daily commitment to your future self, to the life you're striving to build. Discipline is a commitment to yourself. Ultimately, discipline is an act of self-respect. It's a promise to honor your goals, to value your time, and to invest in your future. When you choose discipline, you're choosing to take control of your life and create something meaningful out of your efforts. Over time, as you build discipline, you'll find that the hard work becomes less of a burden and more of a source of pride. You'll start to see the results of your commitment, whether it's a healthier body, a thriving career, or a stronger sense of self-worth. You'll become someone who can be relied upon, not just by others, but by yourself. Discipline is a gift you give to yourself. It empowers you to live a life that aligns with your values, your dreams, and your highest potential. As you strengthen it, you'll discover that discipline isn't just about achieving goals, it's about becoming the person who can achieve them, day after day, for a lifetime. Focusing on progress over perfection, unlocking your true potential. One of the most liberating shifts you can make on your personal growth journey is to focus on progress rather than perfection. Too often, the quest for perfection becomes a paralyzing force, keeping you from starting, slowing your momentum, or leaving you feeling chronically dissatisfied. Perfection, after all, is an illusion. No matter how hard you try, there will always be something you could have done differently, another standard to meet, or a voice in your head telling you it's not enough. When you focus on progress, you free yourself from these chains. You start to recognize that growth happens gradually, and every step forward, no matter how small, is valuable. Progress-oriented thinking is the key to embracing the journey, learning from mistakes, and celebrating each milestone along the way. Perfectionism, the illusion that holds you back. Perfectionism creates a trap. It convinces you that unless something is flawless, it isn't worth doing. It keeps you on the sidelines, paralyzed by fear of failure, or worse, pushes you to strive for unattainable standards that leave you feeling drained and defeated. The reality? Perfection doesn't exist. Even the most accomplished people in the world, those you look up to, know they'll never be perfect. There's always something to improve, something they could have done better, or something they wished they had handled differently. But the difference is this: they focus on progress, not perfection. When you let go of perfectionism, you give yourself the permission to move forward. You stop waiting for the perfect time or the perfect circumstances and start taking action. With each step you take, you'll find yourself closer to your goals and, more importantly, to a sense of fulfillment. The power of embracing the journey. Progress-oriented thinking shifts your mindset from obsessing over the destination to appreciating the journey. Growth is rarely a straight line, it's a staircase. Each step builds on the last, and while it may take time to reach the top, every step forward brings you closer to your goal. When you focus on perfection, you may hesitate to take the first step, fearing a stumble or misstep. But with a progress mindset, you're willing to move forward, even if it's not perfect. You understand that mistakes are part of the process, not signs of failure. In fact, they're some of the most valuable opportunities for growth. Shifting the question, am I better than I was yesterday? One of the most transformative aspects of focusing on progress is that it allows you to grow at your own pace. Too often, we compare our paths to others, measuring ourselves against their milestones and feeling inadequate. But everyone's journey is unique. What works for someone else may not work for you, and that's okay. Instead of asking, "Am I perfect yet?" shift your mindset to, "Am I better than I was yesterday?" This simple reframe changes everything. It takes the pressure off meeting an impossible standard and empowers you to focus on incremental improvement. Each small step, each tiny win, builds momentum, confidence, and clarity about the next move. Setbacks as stepping stones. Perfectionism makes even the smallest setback feel like a catastrophe. One missed goal, one mistake, and suddenly it's tempting to throw in the towel. But progress-oriented thinking allows you to see setbacks for what they really are, temporary and instructive. Growth isn't a straight line, it's full of pauses, pivots, and redirections. When you focus on progress, setbacks become stepping stones. You learn from them, adjust your approach, and try again with a little more wisdom than before. This mindset creates resilience. It allows you to adapt to challenges without losing momentum or motivation. Celebrate the small wins. One of the most overlooked benefits of focusing on progress is the joy of celebrating small wins. Perfectionism often blinds you to your achievements because they don't meet an impossible standard. But when you embrace progress, every accomplishment, no matter how small, becomes a reason to celebrate. Maybe you didn't hit your fitness goal perfectly, but you showed up consistently and improved your health. Perhaps a project took longer than expected, but you gave it your best effort and learned something valuable along the way. Or maybe you took one small step toward a larger dream, proving to yourself that forward motion is possible. Each of these moments is worth acknowledging. Celebrating progress keeps your motivation high and reminds you how far you've come. These small, regular celebrations fuel you to keep going, knowing that every step matters. Feedback, a tool for growth, not a threat. When perfection is your goal, feedback can feel like an attack. Every critique becomes a reminder that you're not good enough, making it hard to stay open to constructive advice. But when you shift to a progress mindset, feedback becomes a powerful tool for growth. Instead of seeing feedback as proof of your flaws, view it as guidance. It's not about being perfect, it's about improving. Feedback gives you the perspective you need to adjust, refine, and elevate your efforts. When you're focused on progress, feedback no longer feels threatening. Instead, it becomes an opportunity to get better. Building resilience and flexibility. A progress-oriented approach builds resilience. It reminds you that growth isn't about avoiding mistakes but learning from them. It allows you to adapt, pivot, and keep going, even when things don't go as planned. This flexibility is one of the greatest strengths you can cultivate on your personal growth journey. Progress over perfection also fosters confidence. Each step forward reinforces the belief that you're capable, that you're growing, and that you're moving closer to your goals. Over time, this confidence compounds, creating a sense of self-assurance that no external challenge can shake. Progress is your greatest ally. Focusing on progress rather than perfection doesn't mean lowering your standards. It means being realistic about the journey and celebrating the effort you put in along the way. It's about recognizing that growth is a process, one that takes time, patience, and persistence. By choosing progress over perfection, you give yourself the freedom to experiment, to learn, and to grow. You become less afraid of failure and more willing to take risks. And with each step you take, you move closer to becoming the person you want to be. So, stop chasing perfection. Embrace progress. Celebrate the small wins. Learn from the setbacks. And keep asking yourself, am I better than I was yesterday? Because every step forward, no matter how small, is a step worth taking. Your journey is your own. Honor it. Enjoy it. And trust that each step is leading you exactly where you're meant to go. Focusing on progress, not perfection, embracing growth and staying true to your path. Growth is not about achieving flawless results or living up to impossible standards. It's about taking consistent, meaningful steps forward, learning along the way, and embracing the fact that you're a work in progress. Focusing on progress rather than perfection unlocks your potential to grow, take risks, and move toward your goals with resilience and clarity. This mindset is empowering because it removes the weight of unrealistic expectations and replaces it with the freedom to grow. The role of feedback in progress. Feedback is one of the most valuable tools for personal growth. When you're open to constructive criticism, you allow yourself to see areas for improvement that you might have missed. This openness helps you stay humble and grounded, recognizing that growth is a continuous process. Each piece of feedback becomes a guidepost, steering you closer to the best version of yourself. Embracing feedback does not mean compromising your vision. Instead, it's a sign of strength, an acknowledgement that you're willing to learn and adapt. This humility fosters motivation and helps you maintain focus on what truly matters, consistent improvement, not unattainable perfection. Accepting imperfection, a key to growth. One of the most liberating aspects of focusing on progress is learning to accept imperfection. This doesn't mean lowering your standards or settling for less. It means understanding that your best effort today is enough, even if it isn't flawless. Sometimes, your capacity is limited by time, energy, or circumstances. Accepting this reality allows you to move forward without guilt or regret. When you let go of the need for perfection, you open yourself to creativity, risk-taking, and innovation. You allow yourself to try new things, explore new ideas, and push boundaries you might have avoided out of fear of failure. This mindset creates a growth-focused environment where meaningful achievements come from a place of discovery and authenticity, rather than fear of falling short. Progress and patience, the power duo. Building something meaningful takes time. Whether it's mastering a new skill, advancing your career, or improving yourself, results don't come overnight. Focusing on progress rather than perfection fosters patience, a quality that's essential for long-term success. When you embrace patience, you're less likely to feel discouraged by setbacks. You'll develop the resilience to keep showing up, day after day, knowing that each step you take brings you closer to your goals. Over time, this consistency compounds, and you'll start to see the cumulative effect of your efforts. Patience also allows you to enjoy the journey. You stop rushing to the finish line and start valuing the process itself, each lesson learned, each skill gained, and each milestone achieved. This shift in perspective not only makes the journey more fulfilling but also makes you more likely to sustain your efforts over the long haul. Progress over perfection, a path to fulfillment. Focusing on progress is not about lowering your standards, it's about freeing yourself from the unrealistic burden of flawlessness. This shift allows you to appreciate every step of your journey. Learn from your experiences without fear of failure. Keep moving forward, no matter what challenges arise. By valuing progress, you're creating a foundation for growth that is strong, flexible, and sustainable. Each day, you have the opportunity to improve, learn, and move closer to the life you envision, one step at a time. Focusing on your own path. In a world full of noise, opinions, judgments, and endless distractions, it's easy to lose sight of your true priorities. Focusing on your own path means clearing that noise and investing your energy in what genuinely matters to you. It's about silencing the external voices that don't understand your vision and tuning into the truth you know deep within yourself. This doesn't mean rejecting valuable input or refusing help. Instead, it's about discerning which influences support your growth and which ones drain your energy. Too often, people look outside themselves for validation, allowing others' opinions to dictate their direction. While feedback can be helpful, constantly seeking approval only leads to confusion and self-doubt. Declaring self-trust. Focusing on your own path is an act of self-trust. It's a declaration that you, more than anyone else, know what's best for your life. Your values, your vision, and your choices are valid, even if others don't understand or agree with them. When you stay centered on your journey, you develop a deeper understanding of yourself. Your strengths, what you excel at and how to leverage those skills. Your weaknesses, areas where you can improve without judgment. Your purpose, the unique goals and aspirations that drive you. By trusting yourself, you give yourself permission to make mistakes, learn from them, and keep moving forward. You're no longer distracted by the need for external validation because you're confident in your ability to navigate your path. Clearing the noise. To stay focused on your path, you need to clear the noise. This means identifying distractions, recognize the opinions, habits, or influences that pull you away from your goals. Setting boundaries, protect your time and energy by limiting interactions or commitments that don't align with your vision. Prioritizing your values, keep your focus on what truly matters to you, rather than being swayed by others' expectations. When you invest in what moves you closer to your goals, you create a life that reflects your true priorities. You're no longer scattered by external pressures but grounded in your own sense of purpose. The freedom of progress-oriented thinking. Focusing on progress rather than perfection transforms the way you approach life. It allows you to take risks and explore new opportunities without fear of failure. Appreciate each step forward, no matter how small. Build resilience to navigate setbacks and adapt to challenges. Cultivate patience and persistence, knowing that meaningful results take time. Most importantly, this mindset allows you to stay true to yourself. You're not chasing an impossible standard or trying to live up to others' expectations. Instead, you're building a life that aligns with your values, dreams, and unique strengths. Each day is a new opportunity to grow. Celebrate your wins, learn from your setbacks, and trust in the process. Progress is your ally, your guide, and your greatest tool for reaching your full potential. By focusing on progress, you're not just moving toward your goals, you're transforming into the best version of yourself, step by step, one day at a time. Focusing on your path, embracing authenticity, growth, and purpose. In a world full of noise, fleeting trends, and the pressures of comparison, staying true to your own journey is an act of courage. Focusing on your path means grounding yourself in self-awareness, embracing the value of your unique experiences, and making choices aligned with your deepest values. It's about stepping away from the distractions of others' opinions and the illusions of perfection, so you can walk a path that's authentically yours, one step at a time. The power of self-awareness. Self-awareness is a powerful foundation for creating a meaningful life. When you truly know yourself, your passions, ambitions, values, and boundaries, you're able to make decisions that reflect your authentic self rather than chasing fleeting trends or conforming to others' expectations. This clarity allows you to identify opportunities that resonate with your vision and avoid those that don't support your growth. Stop wasting energy trying to fit into molds that aren't meant for you. Carve your own path, one that aligns with who you truly are. When you root yourself in self-awareness, you make decisions with confidence and purpose, building a life that feels fulfilling and uniquely yours. Escaping the comparison trap. One of the biggest distractions on your journey is the constant comparison to others. Social media and modern culture often present a curated highlight reel of people's lives, making it seem as though everyone else has it all figured out. But what you're seeing is just a snapshot, a moment chosen to project success, not the full reality of their struggles or imperfections. Comparison undermines your unique process by causing you to question your pace, your milestones, and your worth. When you focus on your own path, you stop measuring your progress against others. You begin to see the value in your journey, recognizing that every challenge, lesson, and victory is uniquely tailored to you. Valuing the journey over the destination. Focusing on your path also means valuing the journey itself, not just the destination. While achieving goals is important, the process of getting there, the growth, the resilience, and the skills you develop, is just as meaningful. When you're fixated solely on the end result, you risk missing the beauty of the lessons learned along the way. Growth isn't just about achieving something, it's about who you become in the process. This perspective fosters patience and persistence, allowing you to approach each stage of your journey with the time and attention it deserves. You're no longer in a rush to reach the next milestone. Instead, you're present in the moment, appreciating how every step shapes you into the person you're meant to be. Embracing setbacks as part of growth. Setbacks are inevitable, but when you focus on progress rather than perfection, you view them differently. Instead of seeing obstacles as failures, you begin to see them as opportunities to learn and grow. Every challenge teaches you something new, about yourself, your resilience, and the world around you. This mindset helps you develop patience and perseverance, knowing that the journey isn't always smooth but is always worth it. When your commitment is rooted in a deeper purpose, setbacks no longer derail you. You're less likely to give up because your focus isn't on immediate success, it's on the bigger picture of becoming the best version of yourself. Living in alignment with your values. Focusing on your own path means building a life aligned with your values, desires, and vision. This alignment brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that can't be achieved by living according to someone else's standards. When your actions and decisions are guided by what matters most to you, you experience deeper satisfaction in your progress. Build a sense of self-trust and confidence in your choices. Feel less swayed by external pressures or the need for approval. Living authentically is about prioritizing what's meaningful to you over what's expected by others. It's about finding strength in your values and letting them guide you through life's challenges. Self-focus, a declaration of self-respect. Focusing on your path is an act of self-respect. It's a commitment to honoring your goals and investing in your growth, even when the world pulls you in different directions. By dedicating time and energy to your own journey, you're sending a powerful message to yourself: you are worthy of the effort it takes to create the life you envision. This mindset values authenticity and purpose over external validation. It's not about isolating yourself or disregarding others, it's about respecting your journey and giving yourself the freedom to grow at your own pace. Letting go of fear and embracing resilience. One of the greatest freedoms of focusing on your path is letting go of the fear of failure. You begin to see setbacks not as roadblocks but as stepping stones. You understand that every stumble is an opportunity to learn, improve, and move forward stronger than before. This resilience fuels your growth. You're no longer chasing perfection or approval. Instead, you're walking your path with courage and clarity, unshaken by judgment or doubt. Creating a life that's uniquely yours. When you focus on your own journey, you create a life that reflects your values, dreams, and vision. You're no longer distracted by the need to conform or compete. Instead, you're fulfilled by the knowledge that you're living authentically and intentionally. This commitment to self-focus brings resilience to navigate life's ups and downs, patience to grow at your own pace, a deep sense of fulfillment from living in harmony with your true self. Each step forward, no matter how small, becomes meaningful when it's aligned with your purpose. This progress builds inner strength and helps you create a life that feels uniquely and powerfully yours. Embrace the journey, trust the process. In the end, focusing on your own path isn't about shutting out the world, it's about tuning into your own voice amid the noise. It's a commitment to growth over perfection, progress over comparison, authenticity over approval. By investing your time and energy into what aligns with your values, you free yourself from the pressures of conformity and distractions of others' opinions. Each step forward, no matter how small, is taken with purpose and meaning. This path of self-focus creates a life of resilience, patience, and fulfillment. It's not about being perfect, it's about becoming. Trust your pace. Celebrate your progress. Let go of the need for external validation. And remember, the life you're building isn't for anyone else, it's yours. Walk it with purpose. Grow with each step. Embrace the person you're becoming. In the end, the path of self-focus leads to a life that's truly, uniquely, and powerfully yours.